Good evening, everyone. February 6th, 2019. Almost said 16 for a second there. That would have been a Back to the Future moment. Not much has happened in the last few days since my last video on Saturday. You know, with the trip with the comics I got from the Outer Limit Comics in Pueblo. It's been really, really busy at work. Just super busy. Early mornings. It's just been a nightmare. So, didn't get very many comics. Only got about 5, I think. Oh, 6. Anyway, so we'll get to it. First up, Avengers number 14. I like this cover. I mean, it reminds me of it kind of, at least with, especially with the way Captain America looks over here. It kind of just, I don't know why, but it just gives me a feeling of the current issue of Captain America and how it looks. It just has that, it doesn't really have anything really similar to it. It just kind of has that same feel to me, I guess. Although I kind of like this, you can see it a little bit. Almost looks like Darth Vader peering over their shoulders. Interesting to see how that turns out. But I like that. I like that a lot. Excuse me. This last day or two, I developed a little bit of a throat. My throat, hurts. So I'm trying to get rid of it with some XST. Nothing. I find nothing better than tea for me with a good amount of sugar. It's kind of like my coffee. I don't drink coffee or lattes or any of that stuff. Tea's my thing. Anyway, back to the comic books. You don't really care about that aspect of my life. Number 7 of 12 of the Adventures of the Super Sons. Trapped in Intergalactic Juvie. It feels like I've missed an issue. It seems like, because I did not recall this. I mean, it seemed like we jumped from issue 5 to 7 here. It almost seems like, I'll have to go back and look at my collection, obviously. I've read every issue except the very first one. I missed that one coming out before I started getting them. But I like that. Supposedly it's an introduction of a new Kid Lantern. So a low-grade kind of key thing. But yeah. Interesting to see how that turns out. Here's one that I got only because of the advertising and the flashes or advertising in other comics. It just piqued my attention, and it was a 4-part crossover. So I figured get the first issue. If it's good enough, it's only 4 issues, not that much money spent. Batman number 64. The Price of Justice. Part 1 of the 4-part crossover. The King of Jokes versus the King of No Personality or Sense of Humor. I like the cover. Although I kind of find it ironic that giant statue made of stone and Batman's holding it up. I didn't realize he had superhuman mom strength. But I like the cover. Nice colors. Got a lot going on, and not a lot at the same time to me. But I like it. I look forward to reading that part 1 and seeing what it's about. All right. It's been a while since I've gotten one of the got a couple one of these, and got two of them this time. True Believers #1. Captain Marvel, or no, Spider-Man and Miss Marvel. Unfortunately, I do not know what the I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know what issue it is of, like Thanos Rising is Iron Man 55, and others, it's like a different title thing. So I look forward to reading it. Nice. And then this one made sure that my comic book shop had this one. I got this one. It's really nice. It's really good to see it, and it's in good condition. It's True Believers of Miss Marvel #1. You'll know if you watch my videos here. I did I think it was a Christmas or New Year's Eve, talk comics or whatever, and I listed Miss Marvel #1 as my I believe this is the best acquired comic I had, and right now it's been sent off to get graded, or it's gonna get sent off as soon as the next order comes. My comic book store, my local comic book shop, only sends off one order at a time, just because otherwise I'm not sure if it's a rule by CGC that you can't have more than one order at a time. Things will pile up, or that's just how my shop does it, that they'll send off one order at a time, get it back, or it'll be in the mail coming back and they'll send off another one. So anyway, this is being graded. This the real Miss Marvel #1 is being CGC graded. Hope to get about a 7 if I'm lucky out of it. But this way I can have another one I can read all the time. I can read this one again. Because I was gingerly reading that one, like I really didn't want to touch the pages, because I didn't want to, lower the grade anymore. So look forward to reading it again. And finally, last but not least, the Man and Superman 100-page Super Spectacular #1. I am looking forward to this. I really like that picture. It's awesome. Superman's shadow. So he's flying somewhere above us. Flying through cornfields towards Metropolis. When I first saw this one in my box, I saw this. Maybe you can barely see it. You see the white line right there? I thought, oh, come on, you had to give me one that's ripped on the cover? Like, come on, what's wrong with you? But before I said anything, I'm looking at it closely going, doesn't look and behave like a tear. And oh, yep, there's some more white lines over here, over here, over here. It's kind of like a jet. Jet trail. So the back is simple. Just, regular old black field Superman crest with the quote, "I was wrong, Ma and Pa were wrong. I can't do this." So that got me interested, really interested in what that was all about. Nice Superman, Wonder Woman art in there. Almost looks like some sort of a prequel to like the Superman Man of Steel movie. Hell, to any of them actually. What's your favorite Superman movie? Now that we're on the subject, I mean, I like the current Superman, his Man of Steel. I really like it, but yet I always liked Superman 1. You know, with Christopher Reeve or Reeves. I don't know, the iconic. You know, here's to you, Superman. The guy that was paralyzed when he fell off a horse, I believe was the story. You know, The Superman Returns was a good movie. I like it. I mean, I like technically only Superman movie I really didn't like was Superman 3 of, you know, the old Superman movies, you know, Christopher Reeve. And then I never saw 4. Turns out I think there was a 4th. But no, it's hard to figure out which one I like better. Superman, there's a Superman number 1 or Man of Steel. I mean, it's the age-old argument for me. You know, I like newer movies, like say The Parent Trap, for example, with Lindsay Lohan, versus the old Parent Trap in the 50s. I like the modern one because it was one I grew up with. I saw it first. I didn't know about the other one for years afterwards. But action movies, it's a lot more cool action. They can do a lot more from because of how things progress. And but then at the same time, the old things, you know, where things like there's, you know, some people are nostalgic for the classic, and some people like the remake because that's what I grew up with. You know, like another movie, one of my favorite action movies is Red Dawn. You know, with Patrick Swayze in the first one, and crap, what's his name? He plays Thor. With the other one, Red Dawn. You know, I like both of them for different reasons. You know, but the action's definitely a lot better in this in the second one, just because, like, again, it's a lot easier to make things now, more action back than the budget back then, just the way things are. Anyway, I didn't mean to digress. I'm sure most of you had clocked out by now, going, okay, I'm tired of this idiot rambling on. Hope you stuck with me for this long and just humored me. Means a lot if you have. I appreciate it. That's it for now. Only other bit of news I have is my 2 Silver Age comic books that for my first submission of CGC, or first or second submission, way back. Hell, I think it was November. Might even have been October. Have finally been graded. I haven't gotten the grades yet. I think that's in that verification stage before it gets shipped out again. So hopefully I get them soon. They get shipped out soon. I really look forward to it. 2 Silver Age Supermans, 240 and 216, 17, one of the two. All right, well, that's it for now. Hope you enjoy the video. Give me a thumbs up, give me a share, give me a like, subscribe, tell a friend. Hey, puppies. All right, well, that's it for now. Take care. Here's to you. Have a good night.